Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I don't normally compile lists of books that I haven't read other than TBRs, but today I'm gonna be giving you a list of books on my, overwhelming TBR that I think are gonna be 5-star reads. So this is my list of 5-star predictions. I've got 10 on this list, and I'm fairly confident about all of them. Well, of course I would be, otherwise I wouldn't put them in this list. But yeah, I've got 10 books here that I'm really excited to read or nervous to read because I have really high expectations from them. So when I actually get around to reading some of these, it could go either way, but these I all think are going to be incredible, and for some of them that's the reason I haven't read them yet, because I'm nervous that they're going to be incredible and then they'll be over, and that's just a bit nerve-wracking for me. So fun. But yeah, let's just get on with it, shall we? The first book on my 5-star prediction list is Queenslayer by Sebastien de Castell. This is the 5th book in the Spellslinger series, a series that I absolutely adore. I love Sebastien de Castell's writing. I say this all the time when I talk about him, but it's so distinctly him, and his style and the wit and the sarcasm and the humour that's rolled into it, and I just love his writing style. Almost all of the Spellslinger series have been 5-star reads for me. I think I gave the first one a 4-star, and then the next 3 have been 5 stars. So I feel pretty confident in saying I think this one is going to live up to the rest of the series. I just don't see how it couldn't. I am incredibly excited to read this. I don't know when I will get to it. I want to get to it soon. The final book in the series comes out in October. That's another 5-star prediction, not that it's even out yet. But yeah, I'm really pumped to read this. I think I'm going to buddy read it with AJ at some point. We buddy read the last one as well. And that would just be really cool. Also, these books are just absolutely gorgeous. All of the colours of them all together is beautiful, and the illustration and even the back, it's just all so beautiful. But yeah, the Spellslinger series follows the story of Kellen, who in the first book is just approaching his 16th birthday and he's about to take his major's trials. Slight issue though is that he has lost his magic, so he needs to work out a solution to that, and Farias Parfait, she just seems like someone from the Wild West to me. She comes along and is like, hey, I have a trick or two to show you. And everything goes to shit. It's amazing, I love it, and I love the journey and the adventure that this series has taken. And yeah, I think book 5 will be another 5-star read. So yeah, that is my first prediction. My second 5-star prediction probably shouldn't come as a surprise, although it might come as a surprise to some people that I haven't read this yet. And that is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is such a beloved book, as is the second one, The Wise Man's Fear, but I haven't read it yet because I'm incredibly intimidated by this. I cannot muster up the courage to pick this up and just dedicate myself to it because I'm terrified. 1, it's a chunker and I'm just like, scary. 2, everybody loves this, which makes me nervous that either I won't or that it's just going to be a lot and I'm intimidated. So slight problem there, but I do really want to read this. I think I'm going to love it as much as everybody else does. Just so many people that I have similar taste to adore this, so I don't see why I wouldn't. I need to just pull myself together and get over this weird fear of this book, because it's gonna be awesome. Everyone loves it. This is obviously book 1 in the Kingkiller Chronicles. It follows, is it Gvoth? And it's him telling his life story. I don't know what that consists of just yet, but I know that the book is told in, not the book, but the whole story is told in like 3 parts that take place over 3 days of him telling his whole life story. It's one of the like foundation books of fantasy. Everyone loves this. It'll be a 5-star read when I actually read it. So yeah, there we go. The third book on my 5-star prediction list is The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. This is the third book in the Winternight, that's what it's called, the Winternight trilogy. So you've got The Bear and the Nightingale, The Girl in the Tower, and The Winter of the Witch. I loved the first two books so much. They were both 5 stars. They were both incredible, incredible novels. And again, I see no reason why this shouldn't be, especially as the conclusion to that trilogy. I, again, am terrified of it. I tend to read these in the winter, at least I have for the last 2. I read The Girl in the Tower last winter and The Bear and the Nightingale the winter before that. So I reckon I'll probably try and get to this winter time this year, but I am pumped for this. I think I'm gonna love it as much as I loved the other 2, and the prospect of having another book in that series that I'm gonna love as much as the others is really exciting, but also really daunting, because it's a conclusion, and I don't want that to be over, because I've loved them so much. So yeah, I'm eager to see how this all wraps up, and I know I'm gonna love it. I'm terrified, but I know that this is gonna be absolutely incredible. So yeah, there's that one. Next up, I have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This is one that people who I have similar tastes to, I know they love, and I really think I will as well. This is a bit of a twisted sci-fi. I really don't know too much about what the plot is about, but I'm pretty sure there's some sort of like time travel element in here. A man kind of gets like dropped into a different life or a different timeline, or something really fucked up happens to this guy and his life is just like swapped or swished or whatever. But I know that this is supposed to be a bit of a mindfuck of a book and a bit like, oh my god, what? And they're the best sort of feelings for me. I love reading a book and being like, huh? What is happening here? This is so weird but so good. And I feel like that is the sort of vibe this will give me when I eventually get to it. I know that G from Book Roast absolutely loved it, and she thinks I will as well, and she knows my tastes. I'm pretty sure I know my tastes fairly well, so I'm excited to read this at some point, but again, it's one that I keep kind of putting off because, well, various reasons. I think I'm gonna love it so much, I'm like, I'll savour that for another time. So much so that I end up just never reading it. But yeah, this is another one that I think I'm gonna absolutely adore. Another 5-star prediction for me is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I have not read any Brandon Sanderson, and that is a problem. I know that this is his YA book, and he's best known for his adult series, the Mistborn series. I'm not sure if that will be as, or at least the first book in that will be as mind-blowing to me as this will be. I think this one will be a 5-star read. It's going to be easier to read for me than his adult works that will probably be a bit more dense. This might be a bit more easygoing for me, but it'll also be giving me the apparently incredible storytelling of Brandon Sanderson, so I feel like this is going to be a 5-star for me. Also, it's sci-fi. I freaking love sci-fi. It's about, her name's Spencer, a girl called Spencer whose father was like a disgraced pilot or something, and she wants to be one of these pilots, but she was never allowed to, and then for some reason she gets that opportunity and there's a war or something, but it just sounds freaking cool. This edition is also really cool with the yellow edges. It's the Fairy Loot edition. But yeah, I reckon I'm gonna love this. But again, it's really intimidating for various reasons. Again, the size, but because it's a YA, I think it'll be more easy to handle. But yeah, I reckon I'm gonna love this. So I see no reason why this won't end up being a 5-star read for me. I'm gonna smush these next 2 together, but that is Waking Gods and Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel. These are the second and third books in the Sleeping Giants Themis Files trilogy. I loved the first one so much. Like, it absolutely blew my mind, took me by surprise. I read it in under 24 hours and it was just like, bam, you're in love. Yes, I was in love. It was so interesting and so thought-provoking. It's all told in interview format, and the interviewer, you never really learn much about him or who he is or why he's there or what his motives are, but it's just so intriguing. And the whole team of people that you meet that in that, amazing. So because I love the first one so freaking much, I see no reason why I will not love the follow-ons just as much, if not more. There is so much potential for this story to go in so many ways, and I am ridiculously eager to read these. My heart swells for these. These ones don't intimidate me as 5-star predictions, because, well, I don't know actually why, but they don't. I just want to inhale them, because I'm so eager to know. Probably because they're continuations, actually, is why they're not going to intimidate me. But yeah, I need to know what happens. So in Sleeping Giants, you see a girl, when she's younger on her bike, fall into a hole into a giant metal hand, and then fast forward a few years and you're following the research team researching what it is, why it is, etc. Amazing story. I'm just really eager to see where these go, and I think I'm gonna love them because, oh, it's so mind-boggling, and love it. Love it. Okay, moving on. Next up, I actually have a middle grade that I think is gonna blow my socks off, and that is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. I like middle grade books, and a lot of people that I share tastes with tend to not like middle grade so much and not enjoy children's books as much, but I really do. So the fact that this as a middle grade book has received so much hype from people that otherwise don't read that much middle grade, from what I can tell, really excites me, because it shows me that this is reaching such a wide audience, and I'm really excited to read this myself. I know the second one is out as well. I haven't got my hands on that. We'll see how I do with this one, but from what I know about it, because I don't know too much, it's about a girl who is like cursed to die on her 11th birthday or something, but she gets whisked away to the world of Nevermore, if that's a place. The secret city of Nevermore. Yeah, she gets whisked away just before she's supposed to die on her 11th birthday to Nevermore, and I think there are some trials that she has to participate in to see if she can stay or not. But yeah, I am really pumped for this. I think I'm gonna love it. Middle grade is so much fun, and as I say, so many people have hyped this up so much that for a middle grade that's reaching that incredible capacity of people, it must be something special. So I reckon this is going to be a 5-star read for me. Then I have a couple from my favourite author. So we've got Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. Why have I not read this yet? I'll tell you why, because I need to reread this Savage Song first, and I haven't done that yet. I just tend to put off rereads because I've got so many new books that I want to read. But I really want to get to this. I just need to reread this Savage Song first. So someone please hold me accountable to reread that. Like, force me to. Someone, please. But I'm eager to get to this. It's Schwab. Schwab is amazing. Schwab can do no wrong by me. If this isn't a 5-star, I will be surprised, because pretty much everything she writes is a big check in my book. As I said, this is the sequel to this Savage Song, which is about a city that's divided by, I can't even remember. It's like monsters and humans, and who is more monstrous here, and you follow August and Kate. August is a monster, Kate is a human. But, like, morally grey. Schwab does morally grey so well, doesn't she? But yeah, it's the sequel to that, and I need to reread this Savage Song before I get into this. But I reckon I'm gonna freaking love it when I get there. And then finally, the last one and the second Schwab is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. Vicious was 5 stars. This is the continuation of that. You've got a heck of a lot more of it. It's Schwab. Why would I not love this? I've seen some mixed reviews on this one. A lot of people have said, like, it didn't need to be written, and that maybe it's not as good as the first one, but then a lot of people have said that it's just as good as. My mum has read this, and my mum said it's as good as, and really loved it. I trust her opinion, and I trust Schwab, because as I say, for me, Victoria Schwab can do no wrong, so I reckon I'm gonna love this when I eventually get to it. But again, this one intimidates me because of its size and because it's the last... Is it the last one? She doesn't really conclude that, does she? Like, we might not get another villains book for years and years. So, who knows? But yeah, this one intimidates me for various reasons. But I'm excited to eventually read it and hopefully love it. But yeah, I reckon this one will be another 5-star for me. So there you have it. There's 10 books on my overwhelming TBR that I reckon are going to be 5-star reads for me. I've had a really good reading year so far this year in terms of giving out 5 stars. So there may well be more on my shelves that I'm just not sure of yet, but will blow me away and take me by surprise. And that seems to be what's happened with a lot of the 5 stars that I've given out so far this year. I haven't been expecting it going into it, and then it just takes me. So we'll see what happens with these ones that I'm actually expecting it from. But yeah, that's it from me. If you've read any of these books and you also think that they're going to be 5-star reads for me, let me know down below. Let me know which of these you think I should like absolutely prioritize getting to. I'm excited to read them at some point in my life because I reckon I'm going to love them all. Also, if you have any like recommendations for books that you think I would really love, you think might be 5-star reads for me, drop them down below as well. I am curious. But yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed, give us a thumbs up, chat to me down below about all sorts and everything and whatever you fancy, and I will see you next time. Bye!